Hello. Hi, Heather.
Hello.
Welcome back. Welcome back again. I feel like I live with you now. I see you that much.
Yeah, right.
Hi, everyone in the side chat. Hi, Demon Dictator. Lovely to see you. So tonight's a little bit different. We're just going to talk about the Beckhams and the Peltz. Now, I don't know if everybody knows. Oh, also, before we start, how was your live, Heather?
It went well. As long as everyone knows not to have expectations when they come to Hoodville, we're going to be fine.
No, you did a good job. So it went okay, no problems, nice and smooth.
No, like it's my first time using this Restream deal, and my husband's home, so he was helping, and everyone was so kind to come in and help and support me and side chat. I thought I'd be on there 5 minutes. I was on there like over an hour talking with everybody.
Oh, well done.
I am so thankful.
Good job.
So I'm very thankful.
Okay, brilliant. Well done you. Okay, so moving forward, also I wanted to mention that I'm going to be doing members only live tomorrow at 2 p.m. So if you do want to become a member, then you can pay for it. I think it's $3.99, and we're going to do a members only live. I'm going to start doing them once a week, just one live once a week for the members only. And tomorrow it's going to be about Andrew and a bit about the Epstein files and doing a bit of a deep dive into that. But to start today, so I want to talk about the Peltz family. So I think we all know the Beckhams anyway. And we know who David Beckham is. Everyone knows who Victoria is. Posh Spice. I grew up with the Spice Girls, so they're kind of a nostalgic memory for me. The Spice Girls, and they're my first proper girl band that I liked.
Because you look like.
Well, it's funny that you say that, because when I was a kid, I entered a competition for a Baby Spice and I won it. So and I did a dance.
Well, I can see why.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just blonde hair, isn't it? I don't look anything like her.
No,
it's just blonde hair. You could.
No, it's what your features.
It's the one that I would be. If I was Ginger, I'd be Ginger Spice. It's just the way it was, wasn't it? That's where you were selected. But I am short, so there you go. That's one other thing we've got in common. But so we know we've kind of grew up on Victoria Beckham and David Beckham. We know him as a footballer, but the Peltz family are a billionaire family. So the dad is an investor, and he's just known for a multitude of different business ventures, and he's got a lot of connections as well. And she's basically a socialite, isn't she, the Peltz? So his wife. So Nelson Peltz is, I think, hold on a second, that's the dad.
Doesn't he own something with Wendy's? Like Wendy's, the restaurant chain?
Like the fast food? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. So yeah, he's a chairman of Wendy's, and he's also something to do with the Madison Square Garden Company as well. And he started his career as a food distributor, I think, and later expanded into various sectors, mainly food and beverages. And I think back then it was a lot easier to become that successful very quickly. I think he's worth now 1.6 billion. So he's one of the most wealthiest individuals in America. Yeah. So this is interesting.
All those hamburgers and Frosties pay off. Holy Hannah.
Well, I know, right? I mean, imagine that. If only I'd have known when I was 3. I would have started saving from then and investing from then. But yeah, so I think he's got a wife as well. So he's married. And then you've got Nicola, who is born in 1995, and she is now married to Brooklyn. So she's got a very strong bond with her parents, and you can see that because it's all over their Instagram. They're very kind of they're quite a tight-knit family. I don't know if you've looked at that. Have you looked at any of that, Heather, yet, as of yet?
I honestly don't know too much about them, but she sounds like a Paris Hilton. She was born 1995, so she's older than, what's his name, Brooklyn?
Yeah, Brooklyn. What year was Brooklyn born in? I'll have to have a look. I'll just have
Not
to double check that.
1995.
Okay, let's have a little look. I'll find out. But before we do, though, I want to speak about her previous relationship. So, funnily enough, so the reason why we're talking about this is because they're taking they instructed solicitors to speak to them directly rather than speak to them directly over the phone or what have you. They said if they want to have a conversation, they have to go through the solicitors. And these letters were put out last year, but it's only come to light in the media recently. I think it was today or yesterday that this has come out, this article. And so basically he said that they only want to speak to his mum and dad via the lawyers because they're trying to mend the relationship publicly rather than behind closed doors. This is his take on what's going on. So he blocked his parents online after his mum, Victoria, liked a roast chicken video that he shared. It's ridiculous, I know. Posh's positive response to his poultry recipe on Instagram then led to a fallout last month with youngest son Cruz posting his parents woke up blocked, and so did he. So he blocked his brother as well. I think both of his brothers on Instagram. But he hasn't blocked all of the extended family. It's just his mum and his brothers and his dads, right? But the letter was issued last summer and asking for any correspondence to go via lawyers only, and wanted to try to make amends privately, not publicly. He felt that his parents continued to ignore his wish and kept mentioning him online instead of reaching out privately. So there's been this ongoing feud back and forth with them. I think it all started back when they got married. So the allegations and the rumours are that Victoria Beckham wanted her to wear Nicola to wear the dress, a designer dress for her, and she said no, she didn't want to wear it. Okay, so basically there's a back and forth. It's like a tug of war with their personalities. I think they're both very strong individuals. Did you read anything about that, Heather?
I've got the gist, right? Like, yeah, I've heard that before, so I kind of know.
Yeah. Okay.
That. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So there's all different kind of rumors as to why they're not speaking, but we know that they renewed their vows because they got married initially, and there was tensions at the wedding, and then they renewed their vows recently, and they didn't invite the Beckhams, so it was just for her family only, which is obviously quite embarrassing for the Beckhams, isn't it? And did you watch her documentary,
Victoria Beckham's? Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah. So obviously there wasn't much mention there about the rift or really the relationship that they've got, but I think that they keep reaching out with an olive branch, and for whatever reason Brooklyn isn't interested in reviving that or connecting with them again. So just bear with me a second. Oh, where has it gone? Blind as a bat. There it is. So basically, before this, she was with Nicola was with another high-profile celebrity called Anwar Hadid. Now, if anyone knows who Anwar Hadid is, he is. Yeah, go on.
Oh, I was going to say Yolanda Hadid's son, right?
Yes.
Anwar?
Yes, exactly. Anwar. Yes, Bella and Gigi Hadid's brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were together. And the couple dated in January 2017, and they went Instagram official. Anwar posted them together, and they were seen at several festivals, blah, 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 blah. And the pair only lasted for a year, so they split up in 2018. and then he was seen with Dua Lipa, the singer, and that's when Nicola started her relationship with Brooklyn Beckham. But what happened then is Nicola was also close with both Gigi and Bella, and often praised them in interviews. But then she allegedly blocked them and unfollowed them on social media. And she also, there is reports that she was trying to isolate Anwar from his family, which coincides with what I'm talking about today, where Nicola, now it looks like history has repeated itself, and we've got Brooklyn Beckham now isolated from his family. So there seems to be a running theme here with her behaviour. And what I've picked up on that, as we all know, what do we only talk about all the time, Heather?
Right?
What do we talk about all the time?
Duchess Delulu and King of the Spares here?
Exactly. So there's some sort of similarities there with this relationship. And I really just want to look into this and try to work out why this is happening, because women that do this to their husbands and isolate them from their family, and vice versa, it's very dangerous, isn't it? It's very scary. I mean, what is your take on this, and why do you think? Because for me personally, Victoria and David Beckham are you know, not threatening in any way. I would, on the face of things, they seem like a nice couple, right? But what do you think? What do you think? What's your take on it?
I think if this was my son, I'd be kicking some ass. Absolutely not. So if roles were reversed and a man was doing this to a girl, everyone would be losing their ever loving mind, because it is a control thing, right? This is very unhealthy relationship right off the bat. I understand not wanting to talk to your parents if they are. This is the only time that I side with Duchess Delulu, because I talk about this all the time. Her half siblings are dumpster fires, man. I wouldn't want to talk to them either. So I don't blame her on that front. But the Beckhams aren't. They seem like decent humans, right? Like, they've been in the public eye forever. They don't look like they're like a-holes, you know, like it's quite sad. And I can see why the girl and Anwar broke up, because Yolanda, because from what I know from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, because she was on that show, and she's Dutch, and my ex-mother-in-law is Dutch, they don't take crap. So she probably kiboshed that right away. Like, you better know your freaking role, little girl, right? That's how I think that went. And I think maybe Victoria and David, like, I guess as a parent, because I have two sons, right, that are not, I have a 19-year-old and a 16-year-old. And I'm just trying to put myself in Victoria's shoes. I think you're just like, okay, well, we're trying to get along. We'll go along to get along, and blah, blah, blah. And then it just gets, and you don't really want to make waves or whatever you want to say. And then a snowball becomes an avalanche. So it's either you put the kibosh on it right away, because in my world, the inmates don't run the prison. Like, absolutely not. So maybe it just went too far. I don't know, right? Like, I think that's horrible. Like, I get families fighting. It's like, I always say my family puts the fun in dysfunction. Ask me about Easter one year, you know? And I've gone without talking to, like, my mom and dad or whatever when I was younger or whatever, right? Like, you fight. But bringing lawyers into that, like, that's a little insane. Like that's a kick in the head. Like, what is wrong with you?
Well, you know, we don't know what goes on behind closed doors. We don't know the real situation. Even Dean Dictator's saying that she's the same age as David and Victoria, and they're not as nice as you think. Now that could be the case because you've got very strong characters there. I think probably Victoria Beckham isn't used to being told no. And we've seen that in the documentary where she did actually say that, because she was flying chairs and whatnot around her, losing money rapidly through her company. But she wanted such extravagance in her shops and in her warehouses and in her offices. I think they were paying crazy amounts just for plants. And rather than people tell her, you know, we're losing money, they just said yes because they were afraid to tell her otherwise, which is, I think, happens the majority of the time with these celebrities anyway. So maybe Nicola saying no to her has, you know, angered her in some way, and she feels threatened by such a strong personality, because Nicola's basically been brought up as a strong, independent woman that lives off dad but has access to everything because she has, I mean, she lives in a different world. Of being a billionaire, she is literally, everything is at her feet, isn't it? And she's confident in who she is.
Well, okay, there's confident, and then there's being a hag. I don't, so how do I word this? My first husband, and there's been a few.
There's been a few. How many husbands have you had, Heather?
3. Every 10 years I upgrade, man. I'm 40.
Have you really?
So is my sister, so don't rag on me. My parents are proud people. So, at least I own my stuff, man. I'm telling you. What's my point in the story? Oh, so my first husband, I remember he was living at home, and I felt his family was taking advantage of him. So he was working in there, taking his money and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, this is insanity. And I was like, maybe you need to move out and me and you need to move in together, because I could just see like the level of them using him. Right. And I know I was not liked in that family, very much so. I fully understand that. But that was like, I could see it, right? I wasn't trying to be a jerk, but I'm like, dude, like the amount of money that they're charging you for rent for a bedroom, you could be like living in a palace, right? Like it was just wrong in my eyes, right? Like, and I'm just being honest. So that never worked out well in my favor. I'll say that. But I don't see that for Victoria and David. Like they're not they're not using him.
Well, you see, they're at a different level because they're very rich, but they've kind of, that what I would say is he's quite working class, isn't he, David Beckham? He's come from nothing really. I think her family had a bit of money, but they're elevated to a different status. I mean, they are the big pawn players. You know, if they're not even pawns, they're, you know, they're the chess pieces, the king queens of billionaires, you know, they're and what they know and how they access things is hell of a lot different. So actually they would consider the Beckhams as underneath them rather than on their level. You know, that's how the pecking order would go. They would be like, oh, well, you've kind of married underneath yourself. So do you think that possibly they're trying to shape him and mold him into how they live and what they do, and he's just going along with it? I found out how old he is, by the way. He is 26. So yeah, so he's 4 years younger than her.
Not that that's a big deal or whatever. Thing. I'm just saying, right? Well, well, at that age, listen, this is what I'm going to say. And yes, I throw myself under the bus all the time. Don't get married at 20. Yeah. I got married at 22. What the hell do I know? Right? The fact that they already had another wedding is like the nail in the coffin. Every time you renew your vows, watch any Housewives. Freaking head for divorce. Is this marriage going to last the test of time? Probably not. Probably not. Right? There's already, like right now, I can look at it and be like, they're not going to be together forever. I don't care. Right?
Yeah.
And now you've upset your family, which is worse. Because at the end of the day, all you have in life is your family. As long as your family is not a bunch of a-holes, all you have is your family. Right? And it's like you say, you don't know what goes on behind closed doors or whatever else. I don't know. Do they think like it reminds me a lot of like, you know, when you watch movies or TV shows and it's like, hey, I found this guy and I love him and he's a roofer and the girl's rich and they're like, we're going to clean him up and bring him to the country club. Right? Like, is that what they're trying to do with him? But he's already from money.
I think so. Yeah, but not the same.
Money.
It's not the same money though. No, it's,
yeah, I don't know.
I genuinely, no, because they are very powerful people. I think it's the power thing and the connections. David Beckham and Victoria, they're powerful, but not into that stature.
So are they old money? Sorry to interrupt you.
Well, they're not old money, but well, he could have possibly been born into money, but he's a billionaire. A billionaire is a hell of a lot different than a millionaire in America anyway. Even in life, it's considered like they're all constantly trying to up their game, aren't they, and become even richer than what they were yesterday. And Jen's also put David and Victoria were close to Jada and Will Smith when they lived in California, which again, this couple, Jada and Will Smith, I mean, they're absolutely batshit crazy. Jada's off her nut.
Yeah.
The weirdest family, and the vibe that you get off of the kids. So I feel really bad for them because they've gone through. It feels like that they don't really know what's going on in their own heads, you know, especially the boy.
Well,
he seems a bit unsettled and I don't know.
But the Beckham kids don't seem that out to lunch. Yes, they're rich. But both their parents, like I know Victoria grew up with more than most of us. Like she did grow up on the fancier side.
Yeah.
But
yes,
you know, after watching, I have a lot of respect for her, and I have a lot of respect for David and his family and whatever. And yeah, you kind of got to. Yes, their kids are being raised rich, but you kind of got to keep your head in the game here, man. Like this is not life. I don't know. Like I don't know enough about her family, but she sounds like it seems very odd to me that you would want to segregate him from his family because they don't seem like horrible people. But also I heard too at the wedding, someone made a comment at their wedding when Victoria and David were at that wedding. Someone had said something, I don't know if it was in the toast or whatever, said, oh, the most beautiful woman in the room, and referred to Victoria. And that apparently peeved off the daughter-in-law, what's her name, Nicola, right? So, I mean, I could see it, but I mean, pick your battles, man. But if there was already contention as there was, like if we compare with Delulu and H there, remember the whole wedding drama with them, her not wanting to show the queen the dress. I didn't know you were allowed to do that, but apparently she did. And she got her own way and she could wear white after she got married 1,000 times too, right? So like it to what? Like I still go with the inmates don't run the prison, you know, and this is what happens.
Well, I think there's a power struggle when, for some reason, boys and their mum's relationship seems to be
depending on how.
Yeah, and you do get mums that are crazy with their kids, with their sons, and like very protective, even jealous of the wife or the girlfriends.
That happens
and
a lot.
They can tend to get quite involved in the relationship, and I think really the healthiest way to have a son and mother relationship is to accept that the relationships are different. You've got your relationship with your son, but you don't have to. It can't be the same as the girlfriend or the wife. It's just different, and you know where you are. But I think the wires seem to get crossed. People seem to get quite confused as to where they stand. And maybe it's very difficult for Victoria to let go of her son. It's her firstborn son.
Maybe.
She's struggling with it. And maybe she just doesn't like, she feels threatened by her. I don't know. But
I don't know. Did this Nicola try to change who Brooklyn was? Did she blow out his candle? As you would say, or take his light or whatever, take his sunshine, you know, like you can tell when people are in when you're being controlled, you know, I've I'm sure all of us in here could say, like, we dated a mama's boy at one point, right? I pride myself on not raising mama's boys. I want my boys to get married and get the hell out of my house, right? So, like, goodbye. So I guess I'm not like the one be like, oh, you can't date, you're not good enough for my boy, you're not this, you're not that. Like, Jewish mothers always have that reputation. You can't date my man, or pardon me, my boy, you're not good enough, get out, you know, or being from an Eastern European background, right? But I'm not that Eastern European. Take them and go.
Yeah.
You know, so but I mean, I don't know. It does sound, and why wouldn't you want your mother-in-law to design your wedding dress if she's Victoria Beckham? Maybe is that like shopping at Target for her?
Again, possibly, because it's Victoria Beckham, as much as she's done quite well for herself, is it considered the most high grade dress?
Like, not if you're a Wang dress or whoever is the top designer.
No, I mean, to be fair, if I was rich, I probably wouldn't go for a Victoria Beckham dress either, because it's just not, for me, it's very simple, and it's not, I like really loud and quirky stuff. That's just not up my alley, really. I'm not as classy as Victoria Beckham. But also David and Victoria, they instructed their solicitors, and these solicitors have been represented by King Charles, and they're £800 an hour. So they're called Harbottle and Lewis. Harbottle and Lewis are the solicitors that they've instructed. They did reply to the initial letter, their son's initial letter, but it was the last formal contact between all parties. And it wasn't a legal threat, but it was just an unprecedented move, which just shows how bad the relationship has got to. And also it just mirrors that of Harry and Meghan. I think it's a similar situation where the conversation now is so you're speaking through people rather than even texting or communicating via the phone, or even an email. It's all through other third parties, and then that message also can be misconstrued, so it could elevate more attention, I think, doing that. So yeah, this is quite a shocking revelation.
But could you imagine serving, so for us who live in North America, that's like a cease and desist. Could you imagine serving your parents a cease and desist at 30? Like, give me a break. Just change your freaking phone number and don't talk to them. Like, I wouldn't get lawyers involved in this. Why is it because he wants his inheritance and they'll just cut him off? I don't freaking know, right? Like, if I didn't want to talk to my parents that badly, I just wouldn't talk to them.
Well, but he says that
that's so stupid.
He believes that his parents are all about publicity. So he said his parents are gaslighting him and inviting him for a PR opportunity, because he believes a media storm around their relationship elevates their status. So he thinks that they're doing all this for media coverage, which is a bit bizarre, right? Because if they're the tight-knit family that you think they are, why would he believe that's the spin on this? Like, does he not feel that they have a
I don't know why he feels he's foundation? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Why? No, like, who cares what Brooklyn? Like, I'm looking at it as a different kind of, like, who cares? Like, who are you, right? Like, why do you think you're so freaking fancy? And I don't care how much money you have. Like, I don't know. I just don't. I feel bad.
It's been a 4-year feud now, so it's
4 years.
It's reached rock bottom now, and this is what makes me wonder. You know, what could have possibly gone wrong for 4 years of no contact? It's you know, is she again the puppeteer? Is she pulling the strings? Is that his family? Is her family, sorry, pulling the strings? Because they're very publicly standing defiant and showing, basically putting 2 fingers up at the Beckhams, because they renewed their vows and didn't invite them, which I think is a massive dagger in the heart for them, isn't it?
Well, it seems very petty and very childish. So, like, and a waste of money to get remarried again. Like, whatever. But who am I talking? I get married all the time, but not to the same person. Like, so, like, it seems very childish, right? If I was Victoria Beckham, this is what I would do. If this was my son, I'd be like, fine, night, like, whatever, goodbye, cut off, change the will, goodbye and good luck. Right? I know it sounds harsh and it sounds mean, but like, I wouldn't. Why beg for someone to love you when, like, this just seems like no one will lie down. You know, like,
I mean, apparently she did cry on her wedding day because I think, according to sources, Victoria Beckham took the spotlight, and like you said, it was Mark Anthony who said that Victoria Beckham was the most beautiful woman in the room.
Woman in the room, yeah.
But I mean, why are you taking that personally? That's her friend. He's going to say that. He's going to be licking ass because that's what they do. I mean, she's
no, but that is
the most beautiful in the room.
Nice thing to say at all. And if there was already contention going on, like, that's just going to stoke the freaking fire, right? Like, I don't know if I'd cry over it. I'd be peeved if it was my wedding and someone made a speech and said, oh, the prettiest woman in this room is this person. I'd be like, F you. Actually, a lot of other 4-letter words would have come out of my mouth, but I can't say them on here. But like that's, I don't know. And then I also go with, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. You know?
But it's their son, isn't it? This is where the issue is. I think it doesn't matter how much your son hurts you or your kids hurt you. I think you always want to get them back in your life because you've basically.
Yeah, but you can love someone from afar. I'm just thinking about what I would do with my son.
But yours, yeah, what you would do.
And but I'm wired differently than most people. I'm wired differently. I fully understand this, right? You've met me. I'm nuts. I would just be like, all right, and watch them fall on their face. Like I said, this marriage is not going to last. Where's it going to go when they get divorced? And if she is as conniving as what it sounds like right now, when they get divorced, it's going to get worse. Where are you going to go, little boy?
Yeah, I know you were talking about
mom and dad.
You was talking about cutting them off in the will, but I don't think Brooklyn cares about that because he's got more money than anyone right now until the divorce.
Well,
and it is and remember as well, they are very young to get married. He's very young as a boy, and I don't think they mature really for a long time. So to be that age at 26 to get married as a man, I don't know, I'm not feeling it. I feel that is a recipe for disaster.
So if she treats his family like this, does this guy have friends? So, like, let me answer that. No. So she is very, very, very controlling. She probably dresses him, tells him what to do. I've seen this movie before. Like, eat this, not that, go for a run, freaking has a GPS tracker on his car and in his phone, and where are you going, what are you doing, what's going on, blah, 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 blah. Right? So, I mean, the guy's probably miserable, So there's karma for you. Paula's here.
Oh, is Paula there?
Yep.
Hello. So I was just looking at something on here. Hello, darling. She's coming on tomorrow, guys, in the evening. So I'm going to be doing a 2 p.m. members only live, and then me and Paula are going live tomorrow night at 9 p.m. GMT time. How are you, Paula? I know you can't speak to me. What are you saying?
Hey, Paula, I got my own channel now, so now I can invite Paula
on. she's working. She's navigating.
You missed the gong show
navigating
earlier.
it. Yeah, she's navigating it. She's doing well. She's getting there. So we're going to have her up and running real soon. Everybody loves you, Paula, in the side chat, by the way. What's the name of the channel? Heaven from the Hood.
Yeah, Heather from the
I
Hood,
think
but I
you're
got my
subbed.
own little like streamy thingy now.
Hi, Pickles. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, so I mean, there is a bit more to the feud, but I just wanted to get your take in it in the side chat, guys. Like, what do you think is going on here? Because I think there's a little bit more to it. Because I don't understand if it's just over the wedding day. I would
No,
really, if
there's
I
got to be
was,
more.
yeah, yeah. But what
There
do you
has to
guys
be
think in
more.
the chat?
Right? Maybe she's
Yeah,
just I don't know, right? Like when you start segregating people from their family, if this, like I said, if roles were reversed, everyone would be like losing their ever loving mind, right?
yeah.
So like something's not right there. So this girl has no self-esteem. Here, this is what I'm going to say. This girl has no self-esteem. She is a controlling person. She, I guarantee, is one of those people that texts him 1,000 times a day, has a GPS on him. What are you doing? Worried that he's going to cheat on her, blah, 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 blah. Dresses him. He has no friends. He has no life. If he goes out with the guys, all of a sudden she's dying of like the plague and you got to stay home with me. Blah, blah, blah. She probably turns on the tears. Blah, 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 blah. Like there's something or something not right there. When you need to be around someone that much and you have no trust issues, you have mental health issues. Like you do. Because my husband goes out and I'm like, see ya, bye-bye. You know, he's like, I'm going golfing.
Yeah.
I'm like, good. Like,
but
go away.
but young love is different. It's very intense and it's very romanticized. I think they're still kind of working out how they feel even with themselves, you know. So I would never really recommend anyone getting married in their early 20s because
No, it's a very
you're still
possessive
finding
relationship.
yourself.
No.
Yeah. Also, she appeared in a magazine cover in 2022. And she was titled The New Mrs. Beckham. And basically, I think that riled up Victoria. Yes, because I think there might be a bit of jealousy there. So she spoke fondly of his. Yeah, go for it. Sorry, go on.
No, I was just agreeing. Yeah, maybe. But why? Like, and then if that's the truth, then Victoria has mental health issues, right? Like, so whatever. That's her last name. That's his last name. This is the new Mrs. Beckham. I don't see a problem with that, right? Like,
yeah. They also missed David's 50th birthday again, which is a big milestone, isn't it? It's not a small birthday.
That's not okay.
And that's sad for his dad, because I think if it is between the two women, this feud, and it's causing the rift, then dad's obviously, you know, got to stand by his wife, but at the same time then he's not speaking to his son. And it's just going to the point where there you know, the more you do to somebody, like the Harry and Meghan situation, the more kind of snubs and backhanded comments and you know, aggressive behavior, then they're not gonna, it's hard to come back from it, isn't it? How do you renew that? How do you get back on track?
Well, here's the thing. Like I said, like my family's not perfect, right? I've gotten major fights with my sister. I haven't talked to my sister for like 3 years. I went a year without talking to my parents, right? Like, and now, like things are different, right? Because I don't want to say too much, right? But you can't take that back, right? My dad died in March. You know?
Yeah.
And I just think if something were to happen, how's he going to feel? Right? I'm not like wishing that on him, but like you constantly like, is it worth it? Is it worth never talking to your parents again? What happens if something, we never know. We never know when, you know, if something bad's going to happen or whatever, right? And the one thing everyone always says is, oh man, I wish I could just take it back. Right? Like,
Life's too short, right?
Life is too short. So, I mean, is it worth it? Like, what happened? Like, and really, it's not like a Jerry Springer episode, like with someone else sleeping with somebody. Like, she just sounds like she is a control freak, right? Like she's insecure. The end. Right? Sounds like she had a boyfriend that cheated on her once, and she got all like this is our. You don't just start out like this, right? Like this is learned behavior. Is her dad possessive of her mom? Is her mom like this? Like this is learned behavior.
But I think also it's easier to manipulate someone that's younger than you. And I think he's a bit of a dodo head. He's not that bright. Right. I think he's kind of very infatuated more so than anything, because he sees someone that takes the lead. You know, she's probably taking control, like you said, and he's going along with it and kind of being blindsided a bit because, you know, people, again, they can drip feed you poison and you listen to it. And if you've only got them to bounce off,
right,
like Meghan is doing to Harry, then you're going to start believing the lies
narrative.
And the narrative. Exactly. And I think also you're right, Old Fashioned Dreams, being given everything, they don't know anything about real life. Well, they are nepo babies and they really have got boredom. I think they're probably bored half the time, and you create drama in your life if you haven't got anything decent to do.
Well, and there's certain there's certain people like that thrive on drama. Duchess Delulu sounds like this broad. If there's not drama going around them, then they're just not freaking happy, right? Like that's not normal, you know? So I just don't know. And same with Delulu. Like, what's your end game? Why? I get why she doesn't talk to her family. I mean, again, right? Like, I don't blame her. But even H not talking to his family, what the hell did they do?
I know.
Right? Same with well, what did the Beckhams do? Right? And I honestly don't think, from what I've seen, and I'm up to date with pop culture, Victoria and David, I really don't hear much about them talking about their kids or whatever. I thought they were pretty private, right? Like, it's not like it's in every magazine all the time. It's not like Duchess Delulu and H there, where it's constant. You look at People magazine, every hour there's a new article about them. You don't really hear much about Victoria Beckham and David Beckham, right?
I think with Meghan and Harry, though, they are probably hated with a passion more than the majority of celebrities out there, and this is why they're just plastered all over the media. A lot of the celebrities, if they've got a talent, they are quite private. You've got actors and actresses that are more private because they do their craft, but they don't want their private life on air and, you know, for everybody to see, because, you know, they're out there only famous because of what they can do rather than wanting just to be famous. I feel like, you know, obviously the Kardashians, they were reality TV stars. They want to put their private life out there. I don't think David Beckham and Victoria do as much because they've come from a skillful background. I know Victoria can't really sing, but she did come from an iconic band and she probably didn't like being her private life being all over the papers, especially when he allegedly had that affair.
Allegedly, and that also full out. Like, there's no alleged. Like, he admits to it. No, he admits to it. It's in the documentary.
Paula, I can send you the link to join, but it might not work because my internet does not like everybody on here. I can get you on though if you want to. We did already cover the Hadid stuff, but we can talk about it again if you want.
I'm going to, again, like that Yolanda Hadid takes no smack. Absolutely. I can just imagine how that went over. Oh my God, like a lead balloon. You don't mess with Eastern European moms, man.
She's really weird though, that the mum, because she's very restrictive of what they eat. Did you ever see
the
how
almond
she
mom?
restricts the girl?
Yeah. But that's her fault. Like, we can go onto that side, and I'm an expert in that, right? Like, I'm an expert in eds. We all, like, I'm open and honest about it, right?
Yeah.
So, like, that's all learned behavior and whatever, and modeling, and I lived in that world too, and
so
yada,
I mean,
yada.
did when you was in the modeling world, can I ask you, did they ever say to you, oh, you know,
I just want to make this very perfectly clear. I was not freaking Cindy Crawford or whatever. I did print work and whatever, right? So, like, but still, like, the pressure's on you, you know, like, you go in, you get weighed. You go in, you get weighed. It doesn't matter if you're doing plus size modeling or normal modeling. You have to look a certain way, and you're not allowed to change. It's like figure skating. It's like gymnastics. It's like anything, right? It's like ballet. This is what you look like now. This is how you are expected to look for the rest of your freaking life, which is impossible. It's impossible. And this is why eds are rampant, right? This is why Ozempic is very popular, which is a whole other problem. I mean, I could go on about that too, but that's not what this topic is about.
And that in itself is such a lot of pressure, isn't it? I mean, I think even Victoria Beckham's talked about her EDs as well, and the fact that she's kind of really she is quite thin, isn't she, Victoria Beckham? But she struggles with that, because I think when you're in the public eye, you're very conscious about what you look like and your weight, and I think the camera definitely puts on more pound. I think 10 pounds, is that right?
Adds 10 pounds.
Is it? Oh, I was just trying to convince myself my double chin was from the camera.
No, I can teach you though. I can teach everyone how to take a really good headshot.
Yeah.
So we can get my husband on here. He can teach you too.
Like
always
this?
Push your
all the way up.
Push
your tongue
push your
above
forehead
your head.
out. Push your forehead out and squinch. So I like bring this part up and push your forehead out. Like,
I don't know how to
try
do
to
that.
hit the wall.
Mega mind.
It hurts. It hurts like a mofo. I tell you. But it's a great photo. But like, you know, like, but that's hard, right? Like living. I felt bad for, like, not to go off subject. Yeah, like Victoria Beckham. Yeah, you're in the public eye. They're gonna rip you apart constantly. That's got to suck, right? I don't know if I could. You have to be a very strong person, and especially if you already have mental health issues, it will destroy you. It will destroy you.
Yes. And do you not think that not eating as well can cause mental health issues?
Yeah, because your brain's starved and it's not working.
Getting enough nutrition.
Like, no, talking to someone with an ed is like you have a better conversation with the wall. Absolutely not. No. Nothing makes sense.
If I get you the recent pictures up of Nicola, I don't know why. I always wanted to call her Nicole all the time. Nicola, I don't know why, Peltz. If you see Paula in the bottom, just let me know, because she's meant to be coming on. I have sent you the link, Paula.
Anyways, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to bring down the party here if we're talking about.
Oh, no.
I'm open about it, right? Like, I have a podcast dedicated to my mental health and what I went through. So I don't lie about it. It's not new. I know.
I mean, I did psychology at A level, and I have a few vague memories of it. It was many moons ago.
But a lot of people who do get eds had some sort of
it's a control thing, isn't it?
It's control, and it's a reactive to a situation. This is the way to make yourself safe. So there's chaos going around you, and this is the one thing that makes you safe. I know it sounds weird, but that's the truth of it. Something happened.
It's a control thing.
So a lot of times it's something horrible. For me, it was a workplace accident I got, and when I'm allowed to talk about that, I will. But it's just everything around you is a hurricane, and this is the one thing that keeps you safe. This is why people with eds are also drunks. There's that too.
Okay. And it's a lot easier to get drunk on an empty stomach, that's for sure. I'm just trying to. I don't know where Paula is. Should I call her? Let me
No,
just
she'll
give her
come
a
in.
call.
She's
Well, I don't know. So she
well,
might have bounced out of it. You see. Let me
I didn't
see.
see her
So
come up though.
let's call her. So I'm trying to find a picture. If you go to Nicola Peltz's Instagram, if you're on Instagram, there is a recent picture of her at Christmas time, and she is looking rather thin. And I do wonder whether there's a lot of stress around this media storm, because all I see on the comments under their pictures is kind of bashing them over the Beckhams and like leaving them and saying get rid of the last name. It's not.
Is it the
It's
birthday?
not
Oh
your.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so I want to make this very perfectly clear. I don't have a problem talking about Eds. I don't. I also want to make it perfectly clear that I am not ragging on other people, and because it's not okay to talk about other people's bodies. But when you can see someone is really not healthy,
she looks sick. I'm not saying anything negative about it, but she just doesn't look well.
No, she doesn't look well.
But
this is a different world that we know too, with the big Ozempic. Maybe we should do a video on that, because, like, again, you got an expert here. It's hard. It is. I don't know.
I mean, yeah. So I mean, there is a lot
talking about people's body. I don't, but when it's right in front of you and you know someone's ill, it's hard.
I think you can get quite obsessive with your weight when you start counting calories and control. It becomes quite you get like a kick out of it, don't you?
I'm 100 pounds today, maybe I can be 99 tomorrow. It is a freaking game. The problem is the game will always win.
Yeah.
You're never going to win this battle, ever.
How did you overcome it, Heather?
Overcome?
Well, I don't think you ever overcome it. Do you feel like you're in a better place now than you was?
I'm better than what I was. I don't think you ever overcome it. I think you learn to manage.
Yeah.
Keep the thoughts to one side, right? It's called therapy, man.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone ever overcomes it. I don't believe it. I don't believe that someone is. It's kind of like alcoholism, right? People go to AA for the rest of their life, right? Like, are they sober?
No,
sure.
It's right.
Like you are, right? Did you gain weight?
Yes.
But the thought, even though you might not hear it, is always going to be there. And you're just praying you don't hear it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you have to do the work. You have to put yourself through it.
Yeah. So I mean, what I learned from it was that it's a control thing. For whatever reason, if something in your life is chaotic, then you end up using that as a control mechanism to keep some sort of sanity in your life. But and this is also with bulimia as well, so it's the similar situation. But it's interesting to see these very Ozempic, very thin. I think we've also got Kelly, what's her name, Osborne. Yes, she looks drastically different as well. Again, I think that's maybe the injections, but I think there comes to a point where you can't recognize how much weight you've lost or how much weight you gained even.
No, because that's part of the eating disorder, because you hallucinate fat stores on your body. So when you're looking, this is like someone, like, let's just pick a healthy topic, right? Let's say you have like 100 pounds to lose. Let's just say your body will go faster than your brain.
Yeah.
So you're always going to look at yourself like you're 100 pounds heavier for probably a good year. And you're like, it does take a while for your brain to get around, and you will always go to, say you were a size 18, you will always gravitate to that, even though you're size 2 now. It's hard to comprehend. Your brain does not catch up with that. And I'm talking, you lost weight healthy, like no nothing, right? Your brain will always go slower than your body. And it does take a lot. And it does take a while for you to figure some stuff out.
Yeah.
Right? When you are on that shot, you're going so quick. And you just see yourself as you used to, and you don't see what other people see. It's just like right now, like take weight out of it. I see you as a certain way, and you see me as a certain way. And I don't say that to be rude or anything, but I can say, oh, Victoria, I love your eyebrows. And you can say to me, oh, I hate my eyebrow. Like, why would you say that to me? Oh my God, this one's out of place and this one's out of place. But the grass is never greener. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. And being in Hollywood sucks. Like, I have never been in Hollywood, but like when you just get picked apart constantly and compared, and anyone who's had a sister, right? If you're a girl and you have a sister and you're constantly getting compared, or you're comparing yourself with your friends. I'm a giraffe. I'm 5'10", and I was built like a freaking linebacker my whole life, right? I can't compare myself to my friends who are Tinkerbells and tiny little gymnastics people. No, like I'm never going to be 5'2". I'm never going to be 70 pounds. Like, it's just not going to happen. You know?
I think there's a lot of pressure for them anyway, and I think even Megan, she might be. I mean, I know she's quite thin as well, and I like I said, I don't really like to comment on people's weight either, but there is a running theme on when it goes too far, you know, because we could all be slim, but I think you can go to a point where it starts to look like,
well, and the thing is with that,
got no muscle mass.
Sorry, like this conversation went totally sideways.
I know. Sorry. I don't know why we're talking about it. I know we're going completely off piece again, but that's fine. No, it's fine.
Oh, what was my point? Yeah, this is all I'm going to say. And I picked this 2 years ago.
Yeah.
You're going to see a lot of, and it's coming up now, side effects from this. You're going to see the aftermath of it. And everyone's body is the same as far as internal organs goes. I know what happened to me, and you're no special. Like, no one's more special than me. If your heart's going to go out, your heart's going to go out.
No, but also there's just a big risk taking all these injections anyway, because you don't know we don't really know the long-term effects of it anyway. Well, but if you need it, you need it. If you've got an unhealthy relationship with food, I understand taking it, because if that's the only thing that's going to work, if you are obese, then I get it, you know. But it is.
I'll tell you a private conversation, because I don't want to get you sued.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you something privately that I know.
Okay. So what now?
Sorry, we can move on to a different subject if you want to. I'm
sorry. Well, it's fine. But we're going to keep an eye on the Victoria Beckham stuff anyway, and the Nicola Peltz and the Brooklyn Beckham stuff, because I feel like there might be a lot more to it. But there is a parallel there when it comes to how Harry and Meghan are. How they are interacting with their family or not interacting with their family, cutting them off, using other people as like third parties, having lawyers involved is crazy. Sorry, I always forget to put the charge.
Sorry, I didn't mean to go off. I'm so sorry.
No, just
I could get on my soapbox. I could talk about it all day long, man. Yeah, no, there is a lot of sorry everyone in the side chat that we went off subject. I'm so sorry. But there is a lot of mirrors. Like it is a mirrored image of both of them and how they treat their families. And I just could never imagine giving my parents a cease and desist and saying, don't talk about me. Right? Like I just couldn't live with myself. I've done a lot of stupid stuff in my life. Trust me, we could be here all day telling you about Hurricane Heather.
Well,
but I could never imagine saying to my parents, here's a cease and desist.
No, No, and it's sad that it's got to that point, but again, we don't really know the full script, and we don't know really what's going on behind closed doors.
Right.
But I do think that there's this weird rivalry between mother and girlfriend, and it shouldn't really
And
be
that's
like
weird. That's a Freud situation right there.
that.
Yeah,
It's
like
not
dig up Freud
healthy.
for that one.
No,
Right?
it's not
So,
healthy, and I hope I'm not like that as a mum when my son finally gets married.
like I said, I'm the mom. I am the boy mom that every girl wishes for, because I'm teaching my boys. I'm like, you better learn how to do laundry. You better have a shower. You better smell good. You better like learn to smile and nod, and like clean up the dishes and learn how to vacuum, because I need a woman
Yeah.
to take you. And there's enough useless men in this world that you're not going to participate in that. Get out of my house.
It's difficult, isn't it? The relationships and the dynamics between families can be really quite a struggle, can't they? And it can be quite confusing and hard to kind of navigate through. And I do think that also being the oldest sibling, it is like someone mentioned earlier in the side chat, which is very true. It's like the throwaway pancake. It's like you do everything wrong with the first one, and then you get another go.
Yeah, I'm the first pancake.
One. And I am the first pancake.
Yeah,
That's why I'm
right?
batshit crazy.
I know. That's why we get along. Right? But that's it
Exactly.
too. Like, we've all dated someone that our parents didn't like, right? I can go on forever. But my parents never, after the fact, we would have conversations, be like, why did you do that? And I was like, I don't freaking know, because I'm a moron. Right? Like, hindsight's 2020. But my parents never once said, we're never talking to you ever again. Ever.
Yeah.
They did sit me down a couple times and say, Heather, get your head out of your ass. This is not healthy. Like, you're a chotch right now, Heather. But I just then chose not to talk to them for a week. But I never chose not to talk to them ever again.
Yeah.
And sometimes
no, but
it's hard.
I don't.
Truth hurts, man. Right?
I do think that these are the kids that are not speaking to their parents. They're the ones that the parents have unconditional love normally. You know, I would die for my children, live for my children, go to prison for my children. That's just how I see it. Like that's the only people I do it for. But when it comes to the other way round, it's unconditional love from my end, but it's not exactly the same their end. And they love their parents, they love me, hopefully, but it wouldn't be reciprocated, I don't think, because my love is unconditional, whereas so this is why the kids get away with behaving like monsters and treating their parents really shitty, because they know that the parents are just going to allow it and kind of be the punching bag for their emotional abuse. You know?
But isn't this like, it's like your kids learning to walk, you got to let them fall and figure it out?
Yeah, or fall off a cliff, maybe.
Right? Isn't this why, like, Mama Bird pushes the birdie out of the nest and be like, here's hoping, better figure it out? Right? Like, that's life, though. You better figure it out. I don't like this whole lawyer thing, though. I don't like any of that.
No.
Right?
No.
That's the only thing that's really in this whole situation. If they just weren't talking, whatever. But getting lawyers involved, I don't like that.
No, it's really shady, really odd. I do think there's more to it. I do think that maybe Victoria Beckham isn't maybe 100% what she seems, because everybody puts a face on, don't they? And maybe she is threatened by Nicola. I don't know. Or maybe Nicola is just a piece of work and is really hard to get along with. But we will find out. But I like the fact that we can.
Who can we phone up? Yolanda. Let's phone up Yolanda Hadid. Let's see what she has to say. Someone call. Someone find her. 411.
Someone give her a call. Yeah. And this, because it just draws parallels with Meghan and Harry. I just found it today, and it's funny because I'd already put this post up, by the way. I'd already put the thumbnail up, and then I came across Paula's post. I thought, oh my god, we're both doing the same thing, but we hadn't even spoken about
That's so funny.
to each other. It's weird, isn't it? Because it pops up in my timeline, the news, and I thought, you know what, this really reminds me of Harry and Meghan, and I'm going to try and follow their story, and we can kind of go back and forth and comparing
but at
what's
least
going
Harry
on.
still sort of talks to, well, his dad, I guess. Right?
Well,
I'm not
apparently
saying it's
he's
a
not
great
even
relationship.
apparently Harry's not even seeing his dad when he comes over for the court case. Like they're
I
not
don't believe
even
that.
having, you know, it's
I
so
have my own theory.
strange. They
I have my
might
own
see each
theory.
other in private, they might, but then, you know, where is the grandkids? Why are they not having a relationship with their granddad? It's sad, isn't it? Because there's
No,
so
well,
much
that's
little
on her.
time,
Well, that's on him
you
too,
know.
but yeah, no, Kate,
And
but maybe this is why, because didn't Duchess DeLulu and H have dinner with Nicola and the Beckham kid, right? Like, didn't they have dinner together? Not that, well, last year sometime, and that was a big headline. They came over for a dinner party.
yes, so they're the royals. Actually, you're right. And this is where they kind of link and infuse into each other, because there is a lot of love for the royals and David Beckham. They're between them all. They're quite friendly, but not so much with Harry and Meghan after the the aftermath of the clothing thing with Meghan. Do you remember that situation?
Mm-hmm.
And they fell out. So they are kind of entwined anyway. So they are in theme with what we're talking about. Thank you so much, Claire Tongue. I really appreciate you becoming a YouTube member.
Oh,
Thank you so much. And guys, I'm going to be doing a members only live tomorrow. So it's just me talking, and we're going to talk together. And we're going to go through the Andrew stuff. So if you want to become a member and join tomorrow, members only in the afternoon at 2 p.m, then do so. And then we're live, normal live, 9 p.m. tomorrow with Paula. Is there anything else that you wanted to add to?
No, I'm just sorry we went on a different subject. I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. I think sometimes we have to talk about this anyway, because it is in front of our face. We are seeing very, very thin women out here, more so than ever, because of these injections. And
maybe I could come on with you for a members only one for that, because I can't say, I don't want to get you in trouble with the actual, I'm not allowed to say a lot of things. I don't want to get you flagged.
No, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, I'd love that. I don't know how interested everybody would be about talking about anorexia and bulimia and things like that. And I do. It's a sensitive subject, and
no, and you got to really watch your wording with it. That's why I'm saying I'm really trying not to say certain words and whatever else.
Yeah,
right?
But the injections are a bit of a concern when it comes to body image and how women perceive themselves. And obviously, everybody wants to look attractive, but health is more important, I think, than as long as you're healthy. I'd like to lose a bit of weight, but I'm not gonna stress about it, because it's not the end of all, be all, or what have you, of being 10 pounds lighter. It'd be nice to happen, but I think going down the path of using the injections has to be like a last resort thing, rather than a instant gratification. You have to you basically have to have self-discipline, not just having healthy habits with food. I don't know why we're talking about this again. I'm just going off on it.
I just said
we can do a members only live. Yeah, if you want to, that's fine. But we'll keep our eye on the Beckham stuff. And I think they have quite a close relationship with the royals, and I think that's kind of also sticking a finger up at Harry and Meghan as well, because they didn't treat them very well, Victoria and David. So it'll be interesting to see how this one plays out. And eventually, I think,
actually, now that you say that, it is very much divided. Your other team, DeLulu and H, or your team. I don't even think like their team King Chuck. I think they're team Prince William and Princess Catherine. Right? Like the Beckhams, because they're closer in age with them. Right? Because I'm 47. If David just turned 50, he's only a couple years older than me. And Will's what, 45 or something? 44? 5? Something like that. I don't know. I can't do math.
David Beckham's 50.
Yeah, but Prince William's like 44.
Yeah. He's older. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
But I think that their kind of interests align. I think Meghan's just, she's a difficult human being. So I think that she's fallen out with Victoria. Again, another strong personality. You've got two very strong women in the same room. There is going to be some clash of personality and clash of kind of taking the stage as well. So I feel like Meghan kind of wants the limelight continuously, and she probably pisses Victoria Beckham off as well. The same with Sophie. What's her name again? I've completely lost
Nicola.
her name. Nicola. I was looking to call her Sophia for some reason. I don't know where that came from. With Nicola.
Well, I just don't understand how this Nicola, like, I've never heard of this broad before she started dating, like, all this stuff came on, right? Paris Hilton, who's an heiress, I know who she is, right? So I'm just like, just because you're rich, like, you think that you deserve, like, what? Who cares? Like, so what?
She's a socialite with it. She mixes and blends with everybody knows her in that circle, that family in that circle.
So I will say this: that the new generation of socialites suck. You know who was the best socialite, or like getting famous for just being famous? Zsa Zsa Gabor. I loved her. She was hilarious, right? I liked her. I liked her sister. I'll even give Kim Kardashian, right? Like, at least they were entertaining. I really miss Zsa Zsa Gabor, though. God, she was funny.
Well, if you're born into money, you're going to have the world at your feet, and I think that's what she's got. And she's probably somebody who has very strong-headed, like Victoria Beckham, and that's why they clash. But I do think we're gonna find out more this year, because if the lawyers are involved, there's something seriously wrong there.
Something's going to get leaked.
So watch this space, guys. We'll keep covering it if it comes up. And also, we've got a live on Monday with Demon Dictator, and I've got 2 new guests next week. So I'm basically live every night now till Friday at 9 p.m. just to let you guys know if you're around and you can come and watch. But thank you guys for joining tonight. I really appreciate it again.
And I got a YouTube channel now. I got my thingy. So come hang out with. So I'm just going to tell everyone right now, man. If you're coming to Hoodville, lower your expectations. Be my parents. Actually, come in with no expectations. It'll be easier.
You're going to have a great time with Heather. She's going to have so much fun with you guys. But thank you again. I love having you as a guest. You know I do.
Thank you.
Subscribe, hype the video. What were you going to say?
I said thank you for being here. And then you're going to come over to Hoodville, right?
Of course.
So lower your expectations.
Of course I am. Well, I don't have to host, so it's easier, I think.
Right? Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Demon Dictator was my guinea pig today. So
she was your guinea pig. She was your trial and error.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great. It's thank you guys all in the side chat. You're great. I love all your comments. Please comment again under the video. Share it, hype it. I need my algorithm up, guys. I'll get the algorithm up for me. That'll be grand. But God bless and good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
God bless.
Members only, 2 p.m. God bless. Good night. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.